What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So as you can tell by the title, we have some more official stock photos for the upcoming Age of the Primes Wave 1 for 2026. This is from TAKARA because they updated their pre-orders for May 2026 via Amazon Japan. And we also have other listings for another wave of Age of the Primes and T-Spark, Studio Series, and MPG. So we have TF1 Arachnid, WINDCHARGER, MPG, SOUNDWAVE, and Condor. So let's talk about these images here. So first up, let's discuss Quintus Prime, who looks cool. I do really like this design. There's a lot of wacky stuff going on here with the tentacles and just everything involved in how it's going to transform looks really unique, especially for, isn't this figure a deluxe class? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, this looks really cool. I actually do want to get this. But for $30, I don't know, I may be sluggish on getting this released next year. Maybe wait for a sale. If it's like $20 or $15, that would be a bit more palatable to me. But regardless, this still looks like a really fun, unique, outside-the-box figure that I've really been wanting from Hasbro with Deluxe Class. And it seems like we're getting it here with this figure. And then next up, we have Blastoff, which looks cool. I will not be getting the Combaticons from Hasbro. I'll probably be sticking to the third-party Masterpiece route. But this does look pretty good for what it is. You know, it just kind of looks a bit too simplistic for me, and just my taste and my liking to Transformers. It's not really something I care about, to be honest with you guys. I mean, he looks decent for what they're going for with the G1 cartoon accuracy and stuff like that. But I just don't really care about this design of the character. But I'm sure it's probably going to fly off the shelves because people really want to complete those Combaticons, especially for, you know, the OG G1 fans who want to get these characters and make sense. And then next up we have Sure Shot, which looks decent, but I'm just wondering why he literally has two slits on his private parts for mushroom pegs just sticking out right there. I don't know how that works. Like, that legit looks awful. That looks like something you would see on a basic class figure from like 1996 Beast Wars. I don't know why this is on a $30 deluxe class figure. Like, that looks so freaking cheap and ridiculous. But other than that, he looks alright. You know, it's kind of lacking in the paint. The Target Master's alright. You know, he's an okay figure. He's about on par with Point Blank to me, it looks like, just going by these images and how the figure might operate. But next up, we actually have some peak here, guys, for Deluxe Class besides Quintus Prime in this wave. We have freaking Quick Strike. This boy looks freaking amazing. Sure, you could nitpick on some of the paint apps or the details that aren't too cartoon accurate with him, but screw that. You know, this thing looks great for what they're going for with mainline generations. I am digging how this figure looks. If I didn't already have the third-party Masterpiece release and planning on getting the other one that's not by Transart, I would be bursting at the seams to get this figure next year. It looks so freaking perfect. You know, perfect with air quotes. Obviously, there's probably going to be issues like there is with every Transformers release, but he looks really good. Like, this is probably going to be one of the best figures from Wave 1 of Age of the Primes next year. No doubt about it. He looks fantastic. And then we have, what is the name of this new Junkion character? Oh, Jalopy, that fan thing. You know, it's cool. It's a cool repaint, and I think he's got a new head sculpt too. Nothing too shabby. I'm probably not going to be getting this. Don't really care about the weaponizer stuff too much, but for what he is, he definitely does look pretty neat. And then we have MPG Soundwave, which this figure is a letdown. We got a repaint for the new MPG line that just launched not too long ago of a figure from like 13 years ago with outdated engineering and articulation. What is Takara doing with some of these choices, man? It is insanity. I don't know what possessed them to not do a new mold for a new Masterpiece line, mind you, that just launched, what, like a year and a half, 2 years ago. and not do a new mold for a character that everyone loves, everyone wants. It's freaking Soundwave, you know? But it is what it is. Just a pretty stupid release, if you ask me. And now Arachnid. We've talked about her before on the channel, pretty in depth with the in-hand images and stuff. She looks cool, but it just feels like something is missing with her overall look and design and engineering because she's a deluxe class instead of a Voyager. But then again, would you really want to pay almost $50 for an Arachnid? Probably not. So maybe it's a good thing she's a deluxe. But overall, decent figure, not too shabby. And then lastly, we have WINDCHARGER here, which looks pretty good. I really like the effect piece he comes with. The vehicle mode looks clean. The robot mode looks nice and streamlined and accurate. The only thing that's literally pissing me off about a $30 deluxe class mini-bot, mind you, is that the mushroom peg for his waist swivel is sticking out in the front of his robot mode. They didn't have you're telling me they didn't have enough budget for a deluxe class that's already small as it is to fill in the gap for that mushroom peg like what they usually do with virtually any mainline Hasbro figure the last like 20-something years? Come on, man. That is ridiculous. That is so cheap. We are seeing budget cuts little by little in ways that are just so ugly. Like, this is what's driving me more and more towards third party with some characters. Obviously, I'm still going to get Hasbro stuff with certain characters that aren't in third party or are going to take years to make in the third party scene. So I'll still support some Hasbro stuff here and there. But, you know, when you get stuff like this that has obvious budget cuts over the years and it makes the figures look worse, I don't know, man. Like, that is a huge turnoff for me, especially since these figures are going to be $30 now next year because of the tariff upcharge. And, you know, another little, this is more of a nitpick, but his ankle pivot is more like a leg pivot. Like, his whole middle and lower leg pivots when you want to, you know, articulate that joint. That's kind of weird as well, but obviously it's because of his design and the transformation, so that's not terrible. I can't excuse that, but with the mushroom peg openly showing for the waist swivel in the robot mode, WTF to that, man. I don't know. That is pretty ugly for a small as hell $30 deluxe figure. You know, they already should have enough room in the budget to fill that in, but I mean, it seems like they're getting less of budget for this stuff, which is unfortunate. But yeah, guys, let me know down below. How do y'all feel about these new stock photos by Takara for the new Age of the Primes figures and Soundwave and Arachnid and WINDCHARGER and stuff? And yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. Catch y'all in the next one. Bye. 8-minute mark, 8-minute mark, 8-minute mark, 8-minute mark.